स्पोर्ट्स से जुड़ी किसी भी छोटी या बड़ी अपडेट के लिए सब्सक्राइब करें स्पोर्ट्स तक और साथ ही किसी भी नोटिफिकेशन को पाने के लिए बेल आइकन को दबाना ना भूलें।
It's very rare that Vishwanathan Anand plays a competitive chess tournament in India. 93 and then 2002 Hyderabad, and finally my city gets you back. So delighted that you're coming and playing this tournament in Kolkata in November. Talk about that for a moment.
Yeah, I'm delighted. I mean, it's happened quite infrequently. So I played Kolkata in 91, then 94 was the candidates. 2002 in Hyderabad was the World Cup. 2013 the World Championship match. But this one is a nice event. It's rapid and blitz. I think it'll be much more fun for the spectators. Times have changed, and this will be a very modern tournament with a lot of young blood. And at the same time, I'm happy to be there and play in India and play in Kolkata, where I played all those years back in '86, the Tata Steel Grandmasters. And
coming to your own sport, I mean, something that I asked you a little while earlier also. Can you tell me, and this is a question panning Indian sport, the zeal to win from difficult situations when you dig deep, you have achieved that so many times in your career. What does it take for a champion to do that?
I believe that fundamentally it's about doing everything that you think maximizes your chances for success. And that means, when you need to exercise control over yourself, you do. When you need to let yourself go and take risks, you do that. When you feel that the best thing is to let your creativity go, then you do that. You have to do what is appropriate at the right moment and block out everything else. And when I managed to do that, then you feel that the stars align and things work out. Because it always goes by in a flash. My greatest successes and some really tremendous disappointments both happen in a flash. So it just means that in that one moment, you either get it right or you don't. And afterwards, there's no way to quantify it. So you just have to create the right circumstances for that. But that requires a lot of control.
As a champion, let me ask you a question about another champion. You said you get it right or you don't. Did Serena Williams get it right? The meltdown, so much being talked about. You and I were talking about it. What's your take? You've watched it. How do you look at that?
I basically thought what she did was wrong because she lost control. In a match that wasn't particularly favorable for her, which was not hopeless yet. You have to let these things go. It may be frustrating and you may think you have a point, but it's not relevant in the big scheme of things. I mean, this one point wasn't relevant in the big scheme and she should have let it go. And the fact that she could, let me put it another way. Suppose she was frustrated and she had started hitting wild shots, gambling that I would rather take a shot that this one comes in and I win the point right away rather than the hard grind. Well, that you would simply fault. You would say that's a bad strategy for what's coming ahead. How is this different? She lost control and she didn't do it right. I don't think it particularly was bad from other angles. If you believe something to be true, you do it. And sport has seen everything, so I don't think that's the thing. But I think she lost control and she couldn't play anymore.
Two final questions. One, about your own career. You're playing the Chess Olympiad. 30 years at the very top, again back to playing the Chess Olympiad for Team India, leading the Indian team. Talk about that a little bit.
I'm very happy to play again with the Indian team. In fact, I've sort of been ready for a while, but there were also scheduling issues and it could have happened before. But this time I was open to the idea, I mentioned it, and the Federation also responded quickly and everything moved. So I'm very happy to play and I'm excited to go back to Georgia. And I'm looking forward to playing in Batumi and doing a good job. I have to say our team has set quite a high bar. So even without me, they have been third and fourth in the last two Olympiads. So I'm actually nervous about adding something to that.
That's very nice. And finally, when you started out, you were the first in 1988. You said on stage today, 56 Grandmasters, 54 or 56. It's been a revolution thanks to you in many ways. How do you look back at your own journey, having made a sport a revolution? I don't want to make you feel old.
I understand. I'm continuously proud about it. Every time someone tells me that they got into chess because of me, or they want to meet me because their son or their daughter is playing chess, and you feel in some small way that well, I'm glad I lit that spark, or and I'm very, very proud that chess has had its homecoming back to India, and that it's growing so well, and lots of nice, exciting things are happening with chess in India. This Tata Steel event, I hope, will also be a new beginning, because it's funny, I've been playing the Tata Steel event now every year, but in Holland, and it's really nice that they're going to do it here, and that's wonderful to see.
You know, we use the word legend just as a commonplace, but if there's somebody who really qualifies to be a legend, it's this man. First Khel Ratna, first Padma Vibhushan, Bharat Ratna awaits, but for the longest time, when it came to sport, apart from cricket, and we were like, we don't have anybody. When anyone came to us and said, so who do you have? We could proudly say for the last 30 years and continuing, we have Vishwanathan Anand. Thanks very much for speaking to me. Always a pleasure. Thanks a lot.
दोस्तों फोन उठाइए और फटाफट स्पोर्ट्स तक को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, क्योंकि 17 सितंबर दुबई से स्पोर्ट्स तक पर एक्सक्लूसिव सलाम क्रिकेट एशिया कप पर, जिसमें भारत पाकिस्तान के दिग्गज होंगे, 11 दिग्गज होंगे, जिसमें से 6 वर्ल्ड कप विनर्स हैं और 2 ऐसे हैं जो वर्ल्ड T20 जीते हैं। जी हां, 8 वर्ल्ड चैंपियंस एक मंच पर एक साथ, सिर्फ स्पोर्ट्स तक पर। आपको सब्सक्राइब करना है और नोटिफिकेशन की घंटी को बजाना है।